To sit with my friends. Why?
George.
Okay. So here comes the meeting. We have 3 rows of chairs not filled up yet. I wonder if Martinez is telling them we're at capacity again.
Record them, Robin. Who might get arrested?
So, anyway.
We want good footage when you
Do we have more people who are waiting downstairs? I don't know.
Gary,
If somebody...
what's your name on YouTube?
Rhino.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, this is the government. They tell people where to sit. They don't allow anybody the freedom of speech
Who's
to
the
speak
president?
out.
Donald Trump. Go fight him.
So I got to ask you something, Robin. You'd think that they would care enough about the citizens, the students. You saw Nick the Greek being denied initially the right to file an initiative. The city clerk is on record for this with
Where do you live in Huntington Park?
major cameras.
Where do you live in Huntington
It's
Park?
outrageous.
Oh, you don't, right?
It's 6 o'clock and the
No.
city council isn't here yet. I know they were late the last time too. They were like 6 minutes late.
What's going on in Torrance?
So why is
There's
this
a lot of
an
violence
issue?
in Torrance. Have you fixed that? No,
Why
I don't
is it
think
that
so.
you have 5 corrupt city council members?
course.
They had to stuff the ballot box to win, and the police union endorsed those same 2 corrupt city
Hey, don't
council
talk about the
members who
police.
won.
Look, I'm pro-police.
Why is
That's
that?
an insult.
I think
Our
it's
police do a
time
great job.
that more people in this city
Stop calling yourself a
understood
patriot and talking about police.
that they're stealing from them.
No.
And
Who,
they
that the
wouldn't
police are
allow
stealing?
Nick the Greek to file his own initiative.
I'm so glad.
Enough is enough.
Stuff they're doing.
We have to put
It's all
an
about
end
the
to
thin
this.
blue line.
I'm so glad Arthur and Gary patched up their
Let me
relations
see.
and they're back to being BFFs again. That's so cute. That's so cute. Just your name.
Are there other people at the bottom waiting to come in? Because we have 3 rows of seats back here, so let's just hope they actually respect every citizen having a right to attend a meeting. So I hope they do.
So bad nobody wants to sit near you.
Dude, he has diarrhea of the mouth.
We're waiting
Somebody give
for
him some Imodium or
these
Pepto.
4 or 5 to be arrested immediately.
Gross, look at it. Ew.
Isn't it true? We've got Ricardo Lara down the hallway, and he pretty much pulls the strings in this town.
Does he?
That's a big problem. He wants open borders, doesn't want kids to go to charter schools. That's the same thing that the 2 who won the seats up there were against charter schools as well. Okay, well, they're filling up the seats finally.
Tisk. That's what's good, that you're a resident of Huntington Park. You can run for...
You look familiar.
Oh, you don't live in-
Are you Joe Pollock? You look like him from Breitbart. Oh, of course not. Of course not. I'm sorry.
Let's just tell
So, Robin,
everybody
I
how to
think-
run their community.
I think we've done a pretty good job of
even though
covering
the
most of the
community
corruption here.
Where I live is shit, right?
So, Lewis, tell me, I mean, did they do this to you in your city? They tell you you have to sit in certain places?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. It's run very professionally.
Because
Right.
it's your city and you're a
I
resident
don't
there.
know, it's not my city. I live there.
Yeah, exactly. You're a resident there. So
Because
they
you don't
respect the
own it,
residents.
and you respect
They
this
respect
issue
the
of
residents.
ownership, which is
And
good.
Especially the taxpayers. They respect the
Okay.
taxpayers of that city.
So-
They hate when you have agitators. That's good. That's good. They should.
That's exactly right.
That's. I've never. Where did you see where it says sanctuary city? I would see
That's
it.
fine.
It's like because it's a sanctuary city. It's just
And you'll notice it's now 2 minutes after 6. They're still late. Well, there's the corrupt city attorney.
Oh, shut up, please.
He was fired from West Covina. And this guy gets billed above and beyond what market rate should be.
But he works. You don't. He's
How
paying,
could this
he's
guy-
paying
he's-
taxes.
and he's
paying
ripping
taxes.
off the residents of this city.
He pays taxes. He works. You don't.
Right there.
You didn't
Check
even have
him
to
out.
pay.
Right there.
Are you on Medicaid? How do you get your medical? Or did you pay that fine? But I know that you don't work. You don't pay taxes. All you do is walk
So,
around.
as long as we do not see a quorum met, we are allowed to speak.
Yeah. Keep speaking.
And there's no quorum. There's no quorum. Let's see. Robin, is everything... People who are moving. Oh, she got to move? Interesting.
Why did you sit with America? You could sit anywhere.
Wow. So we're seeing a double standard. As long as you got it recorded, that's fine.
Sue them. Civil rights, those standard. Call Johnny Cochran. Oh, no, he's in our Yeah, dig him up. Dig up Johnny Cochran.
Don't bother us. Don't bother us.
And so, Robin, here's the other thing. It happens every time. I've said this over and over. Where you have illegal immigration, you will have corruption. They go hand in hand. And this is what's happening right here in Huntington Park. Was it 45% of the community is here illegally? In Cudahy, the numbers are similar.
I got an answer for you. Move to Arizona. Go move to Arizona. They'll love you in Arizona. Move to
Make sure
Arizona.
people
Go
are
up there with
safe.
Joe Arpaio. Joe Arpaio.
This man thinks it's okay to flip
You
off
live in Huntington Park?
women. That's too bad.
You don't live in Huntington
So
Park.
obsessed
No,
with brown.
Brown and you're a
Okay.
racist.
You're so obsessed with brown, aren't you?
Yeah. There's no need to waste time with the handlers and the enablers. Our issue is with a corrupt government that puts citizens' lives at risk and undermines our federal laws. We have a quorum, finally. Took a while. Everybody, these are the corrupt city council. Right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it? I thought I was a hateful bitch.
I'm going to use your shit. I'm going to use your second.
I don't speak Spanish. Hi, Robin. Oh, you're turning away from me again, Robin.
Where's Manny? Cosme is playing close today.
Oh, I'm harassing her.
Okay. Or at least allow her to move her seat just like that other lady moved hers. Oh, she left the meeting? Okay. She's
Here's
self-deported.
what you can do. You can self-deport also. If you don't want to sit here, you can move anywhere you want.
Where's Manny? People just elected the guy and he can't show up? It's just so late.
Worked here 12 months, 18 months.
Matthew.
Billions of dollars over to Mexico.
Yeah.
At this time, I would like to call the Huntington Park City Council into session. City Clerk, may I have roll call?
Councilmember Ortiz? Here. Councilmember Alvarez absent. Councilmember Vicious? Here. Vice Mayor Pineda? Here. Mayor Smelter?
Here. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite Reverend Ruben to lead us into the invocation.
Absolutely.
Please stand.
Let's see who's down.
Except for these two. You'll notice their hate of this country.
Yeah, real American right there.
Here we are, Lord, your people, your sons and daughters, your family meeting together in your presence. We welcome each other and we welcome you.
Thank you, Jesus.
May yourself known to us new ways through our worship, our prayer, and our understanding of your word today. This is your day, and we shall praise you. This is your day, and we shall declare your name.
Amen.
This is your day, and we shall worship our rising Savior and our King. Bless our Lord all the time. We make this to Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Bendícenos, Señor, y bendice a todas las personas aquí presentes en el día de hoy. Bendice cada una de nuestras familias, bendice este consejo y que todas las decisiones y lo que se haga vaya en bien de la comunidad. Todo esto te lo pedimos por Jesucristo nuestro Señor. Amén.
Thank you. Please remain standing. May I have Kevin Jimenez lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, will my colleagues please join me in presenting a certificate of appreciation to Kevin for leading us in the prayer?
Absolutely. The prayer should be honored as well. Okay. Okay, just share this, everybody. You're seeing corruption at its worst. A city that is so overwhelmed with lawlessness.
At this time, we move on to presentations and announcements.
That's right.
Yes, Madam Mayor, council members, the first item is a certificate of recognition presented to Mr. Albert Parkhill, a longtime teacher in this community, on his retirement after 40 years of teaching. And council member Graciela Ortiz has a biography to share with everybody, and Mayor Marilyn Sinader has a certificate of recognition to present after. Council member?
It's definitely an honor to be able to read
Thank you for
the Bible.
watching.
It's amazing. Born and raised, I hate to say it because I always say it, but you had it first, Coach Parkhill. You were born and raised in the city of Huntington Park. Just let everybody knows a little bit about Mr. Parkhill. Albert Parkhill, born on June 23rd, 1952, to Winslow Jack Parkhill from Oklahoma and Consuelo Parkhill from El Paso, Texas, at the Huntington Park Mission Hospital. He is the middle child of 3 boys. He attended Lillian Street Elementary, Gage Middle School, and graduated from Huntington Park High School in 1970. After graduation, he attended ELAC and transferred to Cal State University of Los Angeles, where he received his bachelor's degree in kinesiology in 1976 and his teaching credential in 1977. While in college, he worked for youth services for the city of Huntington Park. He began his football coaching career in 1975 with Coach Vernoy. In addition to football, Mr. Parkhill coached swimming, softball, track and field at Huntington Park High School. He was a league champion coach in football in 1979 and 1983. He also guided the HP Spartans to league titles in track and field and softball. Mr. Parkhill dedicated 34 years of service to Huntington Park High School. In 2012, Mr. Parkhill moved to Marquez High School and started the softball program, where in their first season, they were undefeated league champions. In 2017, Mr. Parkhill completed his 5th year at Marquez High School and called it a career with LAUSD after 39 years. Mr. Parkhill has been happily married to his college sweetheart, Pat, for 39 years, and they have 4 children, 1 daughter and 3 sons, and 4 grandchildren. 2 of his children are teachers. He coached his sons in Little League and enjoys attending his granddaughter's soccer games. When he's not busy coaching, he enjoys going on vacations with his entire family. Mr. Parkhill's retirement plans include traveling with his wife, work on the house, spend more time with the grandkids, continue to coach softball at Marquez High School, play golf, and maybe pick up a new hobby. It is definitely an honor to recognize Mr. Albert Parkhill on his retirement, and I just want to wish you nothing but the best and good luck on all your future endeavors.
Yeah, no, he's not here.
At this time, Councilmember Macias.
I'll give him first the opportunity to say the words.
Mike's yours, Coach.
Yeah, it's been a long career. As we came by here and noticed that Mission Hospital is no longer there. It's been an honor and a pleasure teaching at Huntington Park and lately at
Hospitals are closing all over the country. And teachers aren't getting paid enough, and that's why they're quitting.
Your retirement hasn't
Don't leave us
started
yet.
yet.
Very quick, I want to say thank you for all your years here in Huntington Park. You've touched many lives, and I think your legacy is going to continue even though you're retired. And thank you. Very falls short, but I want to appreciate just all the teaching and the passion that you bring to the job. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Pineda.
Coach Parkhill, thank you for all your years of service, to the city of Huntington Park. If you can, go 40 years back, you can imagine how many, kids from Huntington Park graduated college and how many professionals, you helped develop along the way. So thank you for all your work and congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you. I would like to read the certificate of appreciation. It reads, in appreciation for 39 years of loyal service and commitment to our Los Angeles Unified School District and to our community, we commend you on your dedication to educating and mentoring our youth students and athletes. We wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you very much.
At this time, will the council please join me to present him the certificate?
Make sure to turn that in. I swear to God, that guy looks so much like Joe Pollock. Were you able to turn it in? Okay.
You want to speak? I said no.
Okay, that's fine. Those fellows who appointed the two illegals are right there. Oh. Please, I hope so.
Okay, so can we start?
Go handle, go.
All the empty seats.
Okay, and behind us as well. What's up,
Next
Pete?
item, Madam Mayor, council members, is a certificate of recognition to be presented to Reverend Ruben Restrepo.
I'll get a card in for you.
Highest Catholic
Okay.
Church for his 20 years
For
of
Latino
service
Heat. He wants a card. You got one?
Mayor?
Thank
No,
you.
no.
I actually would like to go ahead
Robert
and give
Herrera.
some time to Councilmember Macias first to speak some few words.
Robert Herrera.
Put
in a card.
Well, I just recently met Father
She with you?
Ruben Restrepo.
Okay, let's start with you first,
He is
okay.
new to San Matthias, but he's not new to the priesthood, so I wanted to congratulate him for his many years of service and obviously the service that he's given to San Matthias and our community. Le quería decir gracias por felicitarlo por sus 20 años. No
and for
creo
the
que
lady,
voy a poder
what's her
salir
name?
de la misa porque tengo una junta.
For public
Pero
comment?
gracias por el
Public
servicio
comment, what's
que
your
está
name?
dando aquí en la comunidad de Huntington Park. Y también felicitarlo por los 20 años de servicio a Dios y a la comunidad. Gracias.
Gracias.
One more.
Reverend, can you please come to the stand, please?
One more card.
Councilmember Ortiz?
Okay. Genevieve, tell
Thank you
Robin.
for all you do for our community. Gracias por siempre oír a nuestros residentes. Sé que vienen con usted y usted les presta el oído. Muchas gracias por todo lo que hace en nuestra comunidad. Y felicidades en los 20 años. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Pino?
Corp Sergeant.
Reverend, thank you for everything that you do, for our community, and thank you for always being there, for our residents, Gracias por siempre estar ahí para nuestros residentes, a escucharlos. Yo voy a la iglesia también y ya ve que a veces, cada persona tiene diferentes experiencias en la vida, ¿verdad? Diferentes cosas que le tienen que contar a uno, problemas o metas que por cumplir y todo eso, ¿verdad? Eso ayuda mucho para que la comunidad siga creciendo, ¿verdad? Gracias por siempre estar ahí por ellos.
Yeah, Genevieve. She wanted to speak.
Nomás le quería dar gracias. 20 años son muchos
She
años
didn't.
de
Genevieve needs a
servicio y es
card
algo
filled
que se
out.
debía conmemorar. Y gracias por el servicio que ha dado a nuestra comunidad y a la iglesia. Has notado la diferencia y nomás le quería dar las gracias. ¿Quisiera decir unas palabras?
Sí, I was ordained praise 20 years ago in Colombia. For that 20 years, I have been serving in this country 18 years.
He's a reverend who's being
I
honored.
have been serving in Los Angeles area for almost.
He's a reverend who's being honored
And I
today.
have been serving in San Matthias. I have been in San Matthias for at least a year, and I hope I will be there for many years more. Thank you to the community, thank you to God, and thank you to you guys.
Thank you. Will my council please join me to presenting the certificate and a round of applause?
Yeah, sorry, Danny, this is your city. Corrupt, bankrupt, overrun with illegal immigration, and no regard for the rule of law. Danny, I know it was tough, but thank you for helping to file that initiative today, or yesterday. See how the city council tries to wiggle out of that one. Right on. Okay. Just visit the website, fill out the email online for calling or informing ICE. That's all you gotta do.
Madam Mayor, council members, next item is a certificate of appreciation presented to the Water Replenishment District that has actually been postponed and moved to the next agenda. The next item after that is an announcement on the City of Huntington Park's participation in the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life event to be held at Salt Lake Park on June 24th through the 25th, 2017. And we have our Personnel Director, Martha Castillo, and Ms. E. Castillo Rodriguez that will be presenting the information.
Thank you. The mic.
Good evening, Mayor Sanabria, Vice Mayor, Council Members, Hugo Fangro, Joseph Niosa, Department Heads. I'm here to, my name is Amelia Castillo Rodriguez, and I'm here to officially invite you, everyone, the public also, to our American Cancer Society Southeast Cities Relay for Life. This is our 17th year, and I've been involved 14 years, year after year, and very proud to be once again the lead. I was the lead in 2009 and 2010. So here I am again. We're here to lead the fight against cancer. Our event, for the ones in the public that have never attended, is a 24-hour event. It's June 24th, which is this Saturday, and it starts at 9 in the morning. And it starts with our celebration. Our survivors lead the first lap. At 9 in the evening is a remembrance luminaria ceremony, and that is to remember our loved ones that have passed away, and for the ones that are battling cancer. The next morning, our event begins at 9 o'clock, but we have our last lap, which is where we make our promise to keep fighting, and we promise to keep fighting for the ones that have no voice, and for the ones that are battling cancer. So we make a promise that we'll
shout out to Karen Handel. Go Karen.
Working
Go
for the
Karen.
cure. So everyone's invited. Hope everyone can join us, and we'll be expecting you. If there's someone in the audience that are survivors, please let me know so that way I can sign you up. So because you are our special guest and will lead the first lap in the fight. Thank you.
Karen Handel's ahead.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, department heads, and general public. My name is Martha Castillo, the Human Resources Director for the city, and the co-chair for the city's team with the Relay for Life. Just briefly, just wanted to give you, well, first of all, I wanted to thank you for giving us the opportunity to once again be part of this great organization. We do have 12 baskets that we are raffling, and each department was kind enough to donate a basket. We are selling tickets. The tickets will be sold until this Thursday around 3 o'clock. And each basket is worth at least $200. We have tickets that we're selling, $3 a piece or 2 for $5. And with all the proceeds going directly to the American Cancer Society. I'm happy to report that as of now, we have about $2,200 raised. And our goal is obviously to raise a lot more.
Yeah, it's just the nature of the data. That's the way it is, guys.
Helping us contribute into this worthy cause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just so everyone knows, where are these baskets located? Where can the public view? I know, just if you could please inform the public.
Yes, of course. We have, like I said, a total of 12 baskets. They are in human resources. Unfortunately, they're very heavy, and we can't bring them up on a daily basis. But We're there Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 5:30. And again, this Thursday will be the last day that we can sell tickets. We would love for all of our community to participate. We have sent out notices to the Cancer Society with the hopes that they can refer that email to the the other participants. I do have pictures if anybody would like to see them of the baskets. And again, our goal is to raise as much money for this mobile cause.
Thank you. And that ends presentations, announcements. City Clerk, we move on to public comment.
Yay. Oh wow, 2 microphones. Awesome.
At this time, I will open public comment. Jennifer Rodolfo. Jennifer Rodolfo.
Where's everybody?
Robert Herrera. Robert Herrera.
There you go, man. All right, Latino heat.
We'll do it soon.
All right.
Excuse me, excuse me.
We're sorry we can't be a better guest for you here, but these cities are so corrupt. The government is so corrupt. It's too bad. I know. New York does a better job, I think. Shoot. You could always move to New York.
How you doing?
I'll pay your ticket.
My name is Robert Herrera. I'm a legal immigrant from Ecuador. I came here legally. It is not right that illegals come into this country. It's something that I witnessed here. I am grateful illegals. You criminally trespass into this country, and then you're ungrateful to be here. Instead of being happy that, you know, me as a legal Latino, I'm an American. It's about America first. It's about being American first. How come on the back of the line, illegals get treated better than veterans? Illegals get better health care. I have a friend that got stabbed 9 times. He doesn't have health care. If he wasn't illegal, his medical bills would be all taken care of. But see, he's an American, he has to pay for the bill, and we have to raise money to get his bills paid. And it's not right that illegals get treated better than veterans and Americans. The jobs are being taken by illegals. It's the right way to come into this country. If you want to come into this country, come in the right way. Just like I did and many of us did. I mean, that's what I'm here to say today. And I don't know how illegals became city council members. That's all I have to say. Only California that ever happened.
Thank you.
I know.
Excuse me, please. Harim? Harim?
Yeah.
And Harim will be followed by Genevieve Peters.
All right. All right. That's it.
I know you're good. You don't belong in this country. So you're trying to build the wall right now.
Good evening. My name is Harim Mujia. I'm a hardcore American patriot, a hardcore president supporter. I am a native indigenous in the fact that I was born in California, in this beautiful, great country, this sovereign country. My mom also came here legally. She went through the process. She got in line. She worked really hard. She respected the laws of this country, and that's what she taught me. I am an American, and just like my friend said, it's very unfair that illegal aliens get treated better than I do, than me, or the little homies that were born and raised in Los Angeles and all across the country, in the ghettos and in the barrios, in our inner cities. It's very unfortunate. It's not fair. It's not fair for them to break in. Would it be fair for me to break into someone's house, make myself at home, and then demand for them to give me food and be arrogant about it? That'd be audacity. How can we be alcahuetes and be enablers of this corruption, of this illegal alien thing that's going on? You know, in illegal immigration, it's not all what it seems like to be. Like, we're compassionate, this and that. On the contrary, it hurts us as Americans. It hurts legal Latinos or legal immigrants, and it hurts even the illegal aliens that are here because they're enslaved. They cannot receive the benefits that this country can give completely. So you know what we need to do? We actually need to help these people that are illegal aliens and make them, citizens, make them follow the rules, help them learn English, help them with everything they need, but as long as they can assimilate, speak English, love this country, contribute to this country, not just be here and say, you know what, I'm going to just send all the money to Mexico, and then after this I'll be gone. That's not fair. That's not fair for this country. That's no respect.
Outrageous.
So anyway, I'm here. There's a lot of American Latinos, American immigrants that are not for this. And you know what? We've been put, you guys have been put on notice by Sessions. And you know what? It's going to affect every single Californian. It's going to affect every single American, and that's not right. Because you guys rather cater to little aliens that are breaking into our country as opposed to me and the little homies from the barrios and the ghettos and in the hoods and all over this country. Anyway, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Genevieve Peters?
My Lord, Genevieve Peters. Lord, they're not even literate.
She will be followed by Alex Sanchez.
Corrupt and illiterate.
My name is Genevieve Peters, and I've been an educator in this area for many years. And there's so many beautiful things. I mean, like when I come in here and I see this beautiful park, and there's so many sections, and there's some schools that are doing well. But when you dig a little deeper into your city, you realize how dark it truly is. And I'm just curious if your residents realize that the crime, the violent crime in this area is 64% greater than the national average.
Holy crap.
I also want to know if your citizens in this city are aware that your schools have a number 4 on a 1 to 10 scale.
Wow. Yeek.
I also want to know,
Nobody can read in this town.
that we have very hard-working men and women in blue, and yet you continue to have a city that wants to actually protect criminals.
Yep.
Yet there are hard
Including the ones right there
men and women
and
in
over
this
there.
community that need your protection.
There she
They
is.
need you to be there for them, not violent criminals, not protecting people that have actually broken our laws, come over our borders illegally. This is not what you were elected to do.
That's right.
You were elected to protect the people of this great state, city. This is part of LA County, which means that all tax money also funnels into your pockets. Where and when will you start protecting the people of this city? When is the violent crime rate going to actually decrease to a very low level? It hasn't for years. When are you going to start improving your schools so that the children of this neighborhood actually get a better education than wherever they came from? When is that going to happen? You sit here and you have your nice suits and your nice homes, while many of the parents that I taught their children live in squalor, live 10 to an apartment. The dirt, the gang, all of the gang paintings around here. Why isn't that being fixed?
I know.
You know, when Rudy Giuliani was the mayor, he actually thought that those little things needed to be fixed so that the people that were hardworking in the community saw that someone cared. When is someone here on this council, mayor, and the rest of you going to show this community of hardworking citizens that you care? Thank you.
Thank you.
Alex Sanchez? Alex Sanchez?
Well done.
You'll be followed by Sylvia Medeiros.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take any
At this
fight.
time, I would like to remind the audience that there is no personal conversations. You will be called out of order if that. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, good evening, everybody. First off, I want to thank all our law enforcement here on Police, and I love the fact that we have a huge presence here, even though they should be at home with their families, but we got outsiders coming in, and that's a need for them here. Hearing some of the people speak,
Excuse me, stop.
obviously.
I'm sorry. Stop the clock. At this time, I would like to issue the first warning to Officer Sharper. Let the record state that he has been given his first warning. Go ahead, sir. Continue.
Hearing some of the people speak here, they're obviously confused on the way things operate. I keep hearing that illegals get the best insurance. That's not true. They can't even get covered. A lot of the illegals are so afraid of even, if they have an injury, of going to the hospital because they're afraid of getting deported. So they're not putting, I don't see any illegals getting any type of benefits. Another gentleman was talking about jobs, that they're taking all the jobs. Look, you can personally see me after the meeting if you're looking for a job. I got plenty of jobs available if you want a job. What makes America great is its diversity. What makes America great is if you don't like the state, you can move somewhere else.
No.
I know people that live in California that say, I hate California, it's too liberal, I'm moving to Arizona, New Mexico, whatever. If you don't like California that bad, if you're not here to fix it, then move. But I see these outside agitators, they come to the city council meeting where they don't even belong, and they don't come to give advice or help out or see the social programs or volunteer to plant trees on the weekend or do food drives at the police department or do anything like that. They come here to agitate, and then they leave to go to agitate another city. You want to help the city, plant some trees, volunteer at schools, volunteer with the police department, volunteer for some social programs. Don't come here with negativity. If you're going to come in with positivity, try to help out the community, and try to get it where it needs to be. And if not, go fix your city. There's plenty of other cities where these guys come from, the South Bay Torrance, that have crime through the roof, they got gang problems and all that. Address those.
No, we don't.
I don't want to waste all my time on that. All this hateful rhetoric doesn't help anything. We've seen it in Washington, we've seen it everywhere else. Division, if we keep dividing ourselves, we're never going to get where we need to be. America is great because it's diversity, and I think it should remain that way. Thank you.
There is no to be no clapping in public comment. Thank you. Go ahead. No, it's...
Okay. Buenas tardes. Yo estoy acá porque yo soy producto de la ciudad de Huntington Park. He crecido acá en esta ciudad. He ido a escuelas acá, en esta ciudad y alrededor. Fui a Lillian Street, a Nimitz Junior High y a la escuela preparatoria de Huntington Park. Mi razón por estar acá es porque viene un grupo a invadir la ciudad, un grupo de extranjeros a nuestra ciudad, gente que jamás ha parado pie en esta ciudad porque nunca les ha importado. Sin embargo, están aquí simplemente para hostigar y agredir a la gente, para tratar de intimidarlos, para tratar de... es más, en la ciudad de Carnegie incluso han agredido físicamente a la gente, y hasta a menores de edad. Entonces es un grupo bastante peligroso y yo estoy acá y les quiero hacer saber de que yo estaré acá hasta el día de que este grupo salga de acá. Para mi gente de Huntington Park les quiero decir, esta gente quiere venir acá a decirnos de que somos de lo peor, que no valemos la pena, de que nuestra gente es menos que ellos, y esa no es la verdad. En el estado de California tiene la sexta economía más grande del mundo. O sea, solamente hay 5 países que tienen la economía más grande que el estado de California. Y el estado de California también tiene el número más grande de inmigrantes de todo el país. Eso no es una coincidencia. ¿Okay? Los inmigrantes de ese país, de 10.3 millones, 2.9 son indocumentados. Sin embargo, los inmigrantes de ese país contribuyen 715 billones, o sea, 715 miles de millones de dólares a lo que se llama el Producto Doméstico Total, que es el índice que se usa para medir la salud de la economía. Ese es 1/3 del Producto Doméstico Total, y eso lo contribuyen los inmigrantes. De ese número, 181 mil millones lo contribuyen los inmigrantes indocumentados. Ese es todo el Producto Doméstico Total del estado de Oklahoma. Así que nosotros somos una fuerza y acá vamos a seguir, a pesar de que ellos vienen a tratar de insultarnos. Y como yo dije en la última junta, y esto sí se los voy a decir en inglés porque quiero que lo entiendan y que lo entiendan muy bien. While we the people are barely rising, the gente of the community has already risen. And we will continue to be here, and we will continue to come until these people stop harassing the citizens of Huntington Park, Cudahy, and every other city.
Thank you. Caroline Denise? Caroline Denise? Denise?
thank you for the job that you're doing. I know you're progressing, making it stronger, making it an economy that it needs to be. Being the woman I am Caucasian, African American, I am Italian, I have French blood, and I have Native American blood. I am married to one of the greatest, most handsomest Hispanic men for 40 years, and I'm proud of that. We're both residents of long times of this city. We believe in making this city a sanctuary city, and we mostly believe that this city council meeting should only be for city residents only. We need to stop this rhetoric and all these problems.
After let the record show that I will be giving Justin Turner his first warning. If you disrupt the meeting once more, I will be asking the Sergeant of Arms to remove you from this chamber. I do apologize, ma'am. Go ahead, continue the clock.
Jeez. As the other young gentleman said earlier, America, along with our city, is very diverse. I've seen it in my streets, and I've seen it when all of us have come together regarding certain issues. We communicate. Maybe I don't speak Spanish now, I'm eventually learning, but we all communicate openly regarding issues, regarding problems, regarding anything. When anything is established in the city, we all come together. We come together during earthquakes, the riots, all of us, and it's never broken us apart. This administration is doing exactly what they want, break us and us apart, and we can show strength by being together and opening the city to a sanctuary city and opening our arms to everyone who needs to be here, and we need to stop this rhetoric. But I firmly believe as a resident, we need to open up these city council meetings only for the residents and no one else. We need to stop this rhetoric, and we need to stop it now at this time, and I hope that you will place for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
She wants
Next
to be
speaker,
open to
Dubai
everyone,
Jones.
but then wants to take us out of the meeting.
Dubai Jones, and it will be followed by Yvonne Correa. Dubai Jones? No. Yvonne Correa?
I believe Ms. Jones is stepping up also, Mayor.
Okay, she will be after that. Yvonne, go ahead.
Okay, muy buenas tardes, mi nombre es Ivonne Correa. Lo que les voy a decir es triste porque, no es triste, me da pena que esta gente, como dijo el señor, voy a hacer lo que él dijo, venga de otras comunidades a agredirnos. Esto es un insulto, esto es una cosa horrible. Esto es lo más horrible que he visto en mi vida. ¿Qué es esa gente? ¿Qué se creen que son ellos? Ellos no son superiores a nosotros por un color de piel. Yo estoy muy orgullosa. Inclusive en Huntington Park hay mucho que hacer. Si él dice que cree que no creen basura, we're not a trash. Nosotros somos personas. Yo estoy orgullosa de mis hijas. Mis hijas fueron al militar. Mi hija tiene un buen trabajo. Se graduó de la Loyola Marymount. La otra muchacha tiene 2 trabajos. Somos gente trabajadora, no le hemos a pedirle nada a nadie. Orgullosa, nunca le he pedido nada a nadie. Inclusive, recuerden que soy presidenta del Huntington Park Women's Club, donde acabamos de dar $2,075 en becas a las muchachas. Igual, soy presidenta de Friends of the Library y estoy orgullosa porque hemos hecho muchas cosas. Ustedes han sido invitados a nuestros eventos. En Huntington Park hay mucho que hacer. Yo no entiendo por qué esta gente viene, agrede, insulta. You know what? Van a sus comunidades, fixen primero sus comunidades, que le vengan acá. No tienen que venir acá. Voy a decir lo que dijo él en español. Cuando yo estaba en la línea, yo le dije al policía, ¿por qué los residentes de Huntington Park tendríamos que entrar primero nosotros? Cuando yo me senté allá, no me sentí a gusto, por eso me agarró un ataque. Porque es horrible sentarte entre medio de gente que te ataca aquí, te ataca aquí, te ataca aquí, te ataca aquí, te atacan a los lados. ¿Qué es eso? Ellos necesitan una demanda, una demanda. Voy a demandar a todos ellos, porque como uno viene acá a exponer, ya verán que el Cáncer Society, vamos a tener el evento el sábado, eso es una gran cosa, pero recuerden que el cáncer no duerme, el cáncer nos dan a todos, no importa el color de la piel, ni la edad, ni la raza. Yo estoy desde el año 1999 participando en American Cancer Society. So they have something to do, maybe they have nothing to do. Ellos tienen que hacer algo. Y estoy orgullosa por mi comunidad, ya está el chief, always there. Y soy parte de la solución. Sí, no, pero no podemos estar en el mismo No podemos tener el mismo concepto, no puedo estar de acuerdo con ustedes en algo, pero no por eso voy a venir a insultar, a gritar, a estar sacando dedos, saltar hasta, faltan 2 minutos y no han comenzado. Señor, por favor, comunidad despierte, comunidad Huntington Park, please, wake up, don't let these people come here. Okay? Esta gente es terrible, es lo peor que hemos visto. Y que viva USA, and an American citizen too.
Thank you. Dubai Jones. She will be followed by George Franco. Excuse me. At this time, I would like to call the gentleman in the third row with the black shirt on, a silver black, as his first warning. If you disrupt the meeting once more, you will be asked to, we'll ask the Sergeant Arms to escort you out. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead and continue.
Good evening, Judge Jones. I acknowledge you are on the soil. We the People Rising continues to disrupt, harass with their false claims to still the land on artificial borders. And they also need to learn the definition of indigenous.
Thank you. George Franco. He will be followed by Barry Tama.
Good afternoon. On the 17th of June, in the evening, or I should say, 17th, Saturday in the morning, between 10 afternoon or 10 p.m. to 12:45, it was something like 17 shots fired in our neighborhood. They were in bursts from 3 to 4 at one time. Stop, then 1, 2, 3, 4. It didn't cease till 12:45. I got up, walked out to see where it was coming from. It wasn't coming from our alley on 61st Place, 61st Street, or on Randolph. Nope, didn't come from there because there was no echo to it. So it had to come from the other railroad track between Randolph and Solo. Nothing ever happened. Not one patrol car. Nothing. You know, it's terrible. I mean, when are you going to protect its citizens? You know, we're taxpayers. I've been here in Huntington Park for 48 years. I pay my taxes. I come to the city council. If the government isn't running right, we change it. We change it if we don't like it. And the people behind me or in front of me, if they don't like looking at my wife, don't look over there. That's why you got God's eyes to look over here. Thank you.
Thank you. Freddie Usama. Excuse me, at this time I would like to, please let the record show the gentleman in the fourth row with the camel and the black hat is being called out of order. If you disrupt the meeting one more time, you will be escorted out by the Sergeant Arms. Go ahead, Ms. Thomas.
Yes. I have been a resident of Huntington Park for over 50 years. The majority of the residents of Huntington Park are Latino. You call us white supremacists, racists, but you abuse your own people more than anyone I know. You redid Pacific Boulevard. You changed the parking. You have signs up in English when many of the residents don't speak English, but you don't care. You don't want them to understand because you can hand out tickets and get more money out of the poor people's pockets. That is not looking out for your people. And the papers that were filed yesterday to repeal your user tax on utilities is for the residents of Huntington Park. But you don't want them to have that little break. You want to take that money and do what with it? Stuff it in your pockets? You are all criminals. You are all criminals. You didn't obey the law yesterday. The police tried to not obey the law. The city council tried to not obey the law. They had to. You have criminal council members and outlaw lawmen.
Next is excuse me, no clapping. Sir, Robin Hibson, followed by Arthur Sharper.
My name is Robin Vidston with We the People Rising, and I would just like to add, when Mr. Shopper was called on a warning today, he was not speaking. I checked with 2 witnesses. I'm right in front of him. He was not saying one word. And that brings me to my topic for the last city council meeting. Again, at that meeting, I was in front of Mr. Shopper, and when he was issued his first warning, the mayor realized she'd already issued one, and so she made it a second warning and asked for officers to remove him. He was not talking. I was in front of him at that time as well. He was arrested and his civil rights violated when he was not disrupting the meeting. He was not even speaking. This is a very sad situation. We have a body politic here that endorses massive federal law breaking. However, in the chambers, you are enacting rules and having citizens arrested and violating their civil rights. This is a very sad day in our country and for the city council that we have gotten to this level in Huntington Park. And again, this is based upon your promotion of lawlessness. We are a great nation because we are a nation of laws. But you built the city council on a foundation of federal law breaking. You brought the spotlight into the city when you appointed 2 people in our country illegally to be commissioners. Now, there are citizens in this city that are the rightful entitlement to those commission seats. For example, you are not paying the 2 people you're illegally a stipend. That stipend should be going to citizens. You should do the right thing. You should be a body politic promoting, upholding federal laws. And again, Mr. Shopper's civil rights were violated at the previous meeting when he was arrested. His phone was illegally taken from him, and I was sitting in front of him. He was not making any noise. He was not disrupting that meeting. It was wrong that that was done to him, and I am encouraging him to take whatever action necessary for justice for that wrongful arrest and imprisonment in your city jail. Thank you.
Thank you. Arthur Sharper, followed by Dakota.
Well, first I have to report more good news. Karen Handel has won the special election in Georgia. Whatever you...
Stop the clock. I'd like to go issue the first warning to Ms. Robin Dixon and the gentleman in the brown and the gray hat in that row. Thank you. Continue.
You guys are desperate, and you've lost another special election. And you're not going to flip one seat in Congress. Everybody, that's the city clerk who refused to accept the paperwork that was filed. There she is. She is paid a 6-figure salary. Now, I understand that the police, including Plainclothes Cosme here, I am addressing you, I'm pointing him out, do not interrupt me again. He was the one filing the paperwork, along with Settles and Alfred Martinez. I don't think we pay them a 6-figure salary to file paperwork. Now, why is that? I believe you were calling Cosme and telling him to delay the filing. Well, guess what? I got you on camera, as do 2 major networks. You guys are screwed. Not only that, But Mr. Alfred Martinez, I will not call him lieutenant. I should not even have to call him officer. I do back the blue, but they better back our Constitution and our rights. You don't back us, we will not support you. Sergeant Settles is a shameful man, as is this corrupt police chief whom you appointed, who endorsed your corrupt lawlessness. And believe me, I am already prepared to take every legal action. If the utility users tax doesn't bankrupt you, my lawsuit will. I was unjustly removed from this city council chambers. You targeted me, and now we have proof twice over. You targeted me, I said nothing. You discriminate against those who do not look like you, and you rely on the support of brown supremacists who keep embracing this fantasy that this land is somehow stolen. Maybe you should be ruled out of order for not looking at me too. But of course, the rules don't apply to everybody else. There's a set of laws for you and a set of laws for us, or at least you've gotten away with that for the past 30 years. Not anymore. Jeff Sessions is coming, 10 days. Your funding gets cut. And as far as Mr. Settles here...
Excuse me.
Thank you, police. I want my warning.
Stop the clock.
Thanks, police. Good job.
Stop the clock. Go ahead. Let the record show that the man in white and things have received his first warning. If he disrupts one more time, he will be asked to escort it out.
Well, let's put you to the test here. He was actually disruptive while I was sitting next to him. He was talking while I was trying to listen to you. Let me see, are you really an impartial jury or not? He should be ruled out of order a second time. If you don't, it's just proof you target me. I have a witness with Robin Fidston right behind me. So let's see what happens. Because what you did to me half an hour ago just affirms that you are partial and corrupt. And look, lo and behold, Manny isn't here. How shameful. And what is this? Alfred Martinez doesn't know the meaning of capacity? You have these police. I am so ashamed of this council and these police. They really dishonor the badge. And if they have any other left, they should resign now and walk out of here. You should be arrested. We'll have to have the feds do it.
Thank you. Your time's up. Nakoya, followed by now. Now.
I am Lakota, Heinrich University, Ronald Rama, of course. We're activists of the American League movement. Do you recognize what it is? You're stepping on my lands, in our lands. Second of all, we are here to say enough is enough. There are people from the South free. This their lands, like every other of this great Turtle Island. Remember that. We gave you permission. You didn't give us permissions to be in this land. Alright? Second of all, I do have something over here. This officer didn't do nothing against our wife's premises. My cousin got kissed on the mouth. And to tell you the truth even more, he stepped on our medicines. And you're not going to do nothing about it? Guess what? We are going to do something about it. This is indigenous land. This is our hometown, our lands. Nobody else. And those big baloney, they think they're indigenous? No way. Apenta, Lakota, Oya. Learn how to speak a language, and then you can claim indigenous all you want. I hope nobody else in all my relations.
Thank you. Follow Nawi. Nawi, and he's followed by Drake.
Hi there. Thank you for welcoming us to your beautiful city. I look forward to the day when you can conduct city business in peace. I'd like to set the record straight. Any U.S. citizen in California, and if they are not making a whole lot of money, they can qualify for Medi-Cal. But if you are an immigrant undocumented in California, you cannot get Medi-Cal So I am kind of puzzled when somebody who is a U.S. citizen here starts complaining about how people, undocumented immigrants, get better health care than them. They can get Medi-Cal at the very least, and it works pretty good. Second thing, please do not support the utility user tax. It's a trick to rob the city of vital services. It's just basically a way to punish a community. Third thing is I want to thank Chief Charlie Beck and former Attorney General Eric Holder for supporting SB 54. That's Kevin DeLeon's bill for sanctuary states. And finally, since you have been so gracious to host us tonight, I welcome the City Council and every resident of Huntington Park to come to Arthur Snapper's City of Torrance and attend all their City Council meetings and tell them what to do. And come to the City Council meetings for Redondo Beach. Come to all the City Council meetings in the South Bay and tell the South Bay people what to do and try to repeal their utility user taxes and bankrupt their cities. See how they like it. But yeah, please come visit Joseph Turnup and Arthur Shaper, Snapper, whatever. I'll welcome you. We'll take it. It'll be lit. Thank you.
Dean Silva, followed by Joseph Moreno. Dean Silva.
I'm on my way. My name is Dean Silva. I served in the military for 4 years. Served under Desert Storm. The lawlessness of a sanctuary city speaks for itself. You guys willing to put the entire state in jeopardy on June 30th when Jeff Sessions decides to pull your funding? Because if you are, you're selfish. You're married. That's selfish. For all of you sitting here going, you're trying to tear families apart, so on and so forth. What about the families like Kate Stein's? What about the ones that have been killed by 5-time deported legal aliens? How about Americans? How about those people that family that will never, ever see how family is? Ever. All sanctuary city has three policies. That's what you want to bring to your city? Bring it on. On June 30th, if you lose your funding, don't go crying.
Thank you. Joseph Moreno, followed by Rodolfo Cruz.
Hi, Council. First, I just wanted to say that I apologize for the people who keep calling the people on the panel, and also the people, undocumented immigrants, aliens, because first off, they're not from outer space. Second off, we should make Huntington Park a sanctuary city. I've been living here with my family for 2 years, and I've loved it. Everything about Huntington Park is amazing. But when you see Arthur Shaffer and all his people just coming here terrorizing us, I go to Salt Lake Park, which is right around here. And when I see, like, if you want to see people like them just screaming in your face, I'm 12 years old. My brother's 5 years old. Imagine how terrorized these people are when they see adults, 40-year-olds screaming at them, saying that you are undocumented, go back to Mexico, leave this country alone. Imagine how heartbreaking that is to hear. Because that's what I hear every time I see on the news. I see people like them talking about us like that. Talking about us like if we weren't American. Now we call people by their foreign continent. People from France, we call European. People from Asia, we call them Asians. Yet when it comes to us like Mexicans or Canadians or even Argentinians, we don't know what to call ourselves. But yet shouldn't we be called American as well? Because we're in the Americas. And from Canada to Argentina, we are Americans. So technically, when they're saying we are Americans, then Mexicans should be called Americans too, because we're in North America, and people are just coming here to find the American dream. But yet when they come here, they find that people screaming in their faces, saying go back to where you came from. And we have teachers here teaching the way to the students about how that illegal immigrants are bad people. What kind of way are you teaching these students? Because these students, they come here to learn. I go to school to learn, and I've been to a charter school and it was horrible. Nobody looked out for me. I was getting bullied and no one cared. But now I go to a public school here at Walnut Park, everybody's looking out for each other. We're like a familia. We are a community inside of a community. So please, make Huntington Park a sanctuary city. And don't turn your backs on your familia, and don't turn your backs on your comunidad.
Thank you. Rodolfo Cruz, and will be followed by Joseph Turner.
Buenas tardes a todos. Hay algo que nunca puedo comprender. Yo fui uno de los primeros poniendo la tarjeta y siempre somos los que nos leen al último. Y pienso que si ustedes son gente de reglas, deberían de ir a una regla de ver cómo las tarjetas están siendo puestas. Maryland, hace muchos años, pocos años, estuvimos en la campaña política de Karina y Huntington Park era muy diferente. Hay mucha gente que está acá peleándose por lo que sea. Muy triste, yo tengo viviendo en Huntington Park desde 1977. Ahora lo que sobra en Huntington Park es basura. Basura por todos lados. A veces me dice gente, toma fotografías, me da vergüenza tomar fotografías para poner el lugar donde vivo de la forma que se encuentra. Si caminan, ustedes conocen mi casa, vivo a medio bloque acá. Si caminan, están los pampers tirados, los diapers que le quitan, la bolsa donde comieron, toda la basura en la calle. Y yo les digo una cosa, si hay gente en mi ciudad que cambia a su niño con su diaper y lo tira bajo el carro, no merecen vivir en estas ciudades. Porque no somos cochinos, no somos puercos. Y ustedes están ayudando a que se convierta la ciudad en basura. No hay un enforcement, ya que vaya a ver las casas. En muchos lugares el zacate ha crecido, las banquetas ya no es lo mismo. Está sucio Huntington Park. Está horrible. Y para acabarla, hoy tengo que llegar acá y te ponen como que fueran cuando van a matar a las vacas, una línea. Y yo tengo años de ser residente de este lugar y me gusta esta ciudad. Para la policía, se necesitan policías. Ya es difícil manejar en Huntington Park. En Huntington Park cualquier persona se lleva una luz roja y no le importa nada porque no hay policías. Hablando con mi esposa le digo, mira, esto parece está peor que Tijuana porque hay gente que va atrás de uno y porque van rápido se pasan. Entonces, y eso es falta de policía. Hay mucha necesidad en Huntington Park de que ustedes entiendan que se tiene que hacer lo de la basura. Los callejones ya se están llenando de basura como que estuvieron en parte del sur centro de Los Ángeles, en Campton. Es muy triste que ustedes dejen caer es cierto que no ponen atención, pero por un contrato que alguien comió y vivió y compró lo que quiso de ese contrato porque dejaron a Huntington Park en una posición muy mala. Huntington Park siempre fue una ciudad limpia y bonita, hoy es una ciudad fea. Si ustedes representan a Huntington Park, ustedes están feos. La verdad, si ustedes son lo que es Huntington Park en la calle, están feos. Si me conocen a mí, saben quién soy y saben dónde vivo, me pueden ir a decir, sabes que estás equivocado, pero saben que estoy en lo cierto. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Joseph Turner, and we will be followed by Todd Matthews Woods.
Good evening. So there's some interesting comments in here tonight about only allowing residents of the city of Huntington Park to attend city council meetings, which I thought was a kind of hypocrisy considering the same person was advocating for sanctuary city status and the idea that people into this country illegally should be allowed to reside peacefully. Then we heard one of the indigenous members of the audience talk about this is indigenous land and this is their land and whatnot. And the fact of the matter is, no, it's not your land. Because my people conquered your people. And that's a fact. And there's nothing special about that. The pages of history are littered with one civilization conquering another civilization. My people conquered your people. So let's stop romanticizing it. There's nothing special about your cause. There's nothing special about your plight. Before my people conquered your people, your tribes were acting very uncivilized, we'll say, engaging in cannibalism, engaging in slavery, in slave trade, engaging in human sacrifices. So let's pump the brakes on that nonsense. All right? Then you have Alex Sanchez talking about hateful rhetoric while he sits next to Sylvia Merlos, who refers to people online as cockroaches and white supremacists simply because she doesn't like their opinion. The same woman who basically advocates, I shouldn't say advocates, she mocked and laughed at someone else's suggestion online on her Facebook page, someone getting stabbed.
Mommy?
We had an individual in our group who's been to our council meetings and our protests. His name's Tony, and he was stabbed 9 times on Saturday. 9 times, almost killed. Sylvia posted about it, and on her page, someone commented, hopefully someone will walk into the hospital and finish the job. Sylvia's comment was to put a smiley face on it. So, what kind of hateful rhetoric are we talking about, Mr. Sanchez, when you're sitting next to somebody who's encouraging or enjoying and relishing the idea of someone being killed? Abject hypocrisy in this community. Now let's talk about the initiative I filed yesterday, the utility user tax repeal. I warned the council. I said if you do not remove the illegal aliens sitting on your commissions, then you're going to have consequences. The utility user tax generates $6.25 million for your budget, and I'm going to take it away. That's just a fact. People are going to vote a tax cut. You're taxing 10% of their utilities. You're even taxing people with prepaid wireless, the poorest of the poor, 9.25% or something on their cell phone bills. It's unconscionable. And the end is coming. Get rid of the council, get rid of the commissioners, and I'll go away, and I'll pull my initiative.
Thank you. Next one, Tom Matthews Woods, followed by Luis Reyes.
Madam Mayor, before you begin my time, I'd like to point of clarification.
No, I'm sorry, there's no time. Go ahead.
I'm
Sorry for
familiar,
time.
okay, I'm familiar with LA County and the state has a sanctuary city process. I'm not sure you've actually gone for it yet. You answer that question? Okay, well, I would like you to know if you do that, you're putting yourself in huge liability, It's almost criminal racketeering, but each one of you can need in a civil lawsuit for violating federal law. The president does have a right to refuse immigration. You're standing in the way of that. There's profound implications. If you notice when we came to the meeting today, we came in an orderly process. And if somebody speaks up, they get kicked out. Well, that's kind of like our immigration process. We have a process at the federal level. You're interfering with it, in my opinion, and that lays the foundation for a wonderful lawsuit against you guys. This misportrayal that the Trump people or patriots or people who love our country that we're somehow anti-immigrant is an outrage. It's really untrue. It's an unfair representation. It's not true. We stand many of us at the naturalization process, and we welcome all 5,000 people, and we thank them for going through the process, and we thank them. We welcome them to the American dream and to the American family. And they respond very well, and they say, we're anti-immigrant. No, we're anti-illegal immigrant. We make distinctions. We violate the rules, we get kicked out. And we realize that Congress has tried to do immigration reform meaningful, and they haven't done it. They failed for almost 30 years now. The sticking point was securing the border. Well, we have a president now who wants to secure the border, and we believe afterwards there'll be meaningful immigration reform. And I can bet you not one person in this room should be happy on my side as well. There'll be some amnesty, I believe, unfortunately. But these things will be resolved. We want to solve these problems. But we feel what your actions are, if you're doing sanctuary cities and the appointment of people who don't have a right to be here, you're openly inviting South America, Central America, in the entire world is now invited to come to this city now, or to LA County, or to California, knowing there'll be no repercussions. Yeah, we got a big problem with that. We welcome everybody to be part of the immigration process, though. Let me see. It will impact our quality of life, let's say that. We're on the verge of a civil war, coming from both sides. We want to prevent that. That's why we're dressed up sometimes like this. Because I like to stand behind both sides and get us to talk together. But your actions now are very provocatory. And we're not provoking the situation. I know you're not happy with who won the election. You all lost. You lost another one today. You lost 1,000 elections since 2010. 1,000 at the council level, at the county level, assembly. 1,000 Democrats have lost. And yet now you're implementing these illegal, unlawful policies as a way of getting back. find candidates you like and you want to support, and then filing in 2018 and 2020. Which the actions you're taking now are against the rule of law. Work for the rule of law. We'd like you to do as well, please.
Thank you. Luis Reyes, followed by Vaughn Beck.
Honorable Mayor and Council, my name is Luis Reyes. I'd like to start off with the Constitution. Each one of you and my brother law enforcement officers have taken an oath to the Constitution. That is first and foremost, and you should know what that means. So I'd like to start off with that, because the shoe is coming down. If you don't abide by the Constitution, I will guarantee you that something down the road is getting ready to happen, and you're going to have to abide by it. And those of you who have failed to abide by the Constitution of the United States of America are going to be in a lot of trouble. Illegal and legal are two different nomenclatures. We're talking about illegal immigration. And when you are a city that is harboring illegals and hiring illegals, you are breaking the law of the United States Constitution. And it will come down on you eventually. I'm just trying to give you guys a heads up, and hopefully when you go to bed tonight, you'll think about that, and you just may think about illegal immigration. I love immigration. I have no problem with it. Get in line, come in the right way. We will welcome you with open arms. You become an American citizen. But illegal immigration, I do not accept. You should not accept. And I hope that you think about it this evening when you go to bed. And all law enforcement officers took that oath to the Constitution, and they shouldn't break it because one individual tells them to go do something that is not right and illegal. Thank you.
Thank you. Vaughn Beck, followed by Eden Enamorado.
Good evening. I'm just Vaughn Beck, and I wholly support hardship. I've witnessed that, and I had one to take out to patrol the line. I would like to quote the State of the Union speech of the President of the United States. Quote, all Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by a large number of illegal aliens entering our country. The President said during his speech, the jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or by legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's our administration has moved aggressively to secure our border by hiring a record number of new border guards, by reporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. We will try to do more to speed up the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace. We are a nation of immigrants, but they're also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our American laws, immigrant laws. We have seen in recent years that we must put a stop to it. That was the President of the United States State of the Union speech. And that wasn't Donald Trump. That was Bill Clinton's State of the Union speech. Think about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ed Enamorado, followed by Melinda Amanto.
I'm Eden, resident. We have people here coming saying, go by the law. That the law this and the law that. It used to be illegal to help runaway slaves. So spare me that speech. Now, the first Trump supporter who stepped here with the smoke that Bear had, he said that illegals get all the benefits. The second guy, Super Cholo, Karim Hussein, says illegals get hurt because they don't get benefits. These guys can't even agree with each other. Now, Joseph Turner says that the city is segregated. What about Malibu? What about Hidden Hills? What about the high desert? Predominantly 90% white. I don't see him complaining about those things. Now, he wants to repeal the utility users tax. This is just a tactic to hurt the city. He does not want to help the residents. That is a lie. And I have video of that more than once. Now, Arthur Schopper, why is he even allowed back here? He was arrested. His friend Robin says that it was wrong for him to get arrested. She was begging him to not resist to get escorted out. He asked to get arrested. It wasn't because he was being disruptive. He was resisting to get escorted out. She was begging him to leave. Now, they want to say the list of people who have been killed by undocumented citizens. Well, I have a list of lives saved by people who are illegal. And by the way, these people that are illegal, they're human. They're refugees. If the process is not made easier, since it's so hard and it takes so long, this plan is bound to fail. Now, Tony, their friend Tony that was stabbed 9 times, this was not at a rally. This was not at a protest. It was outside of a bar. He got drunk, and this happened as he was leaving the bar. He does not have health care because he is unemployed, and all he does is accept donations from GoFundMe, and that's what they're doing again. Getting all this money from people through GoFundMe to pocket it themselves. Thank you, that is all. Also, regarding Jeff Sessions, they want to take federal law into their own hands. Well, he's about to be fired.
Thank you. Next speaker, Melinda Amanto.
Good evening, City Council. Thank you for increasing the police presence for this meeting. Those of us who live in Huntington Park should not have to fear for our safety in our own town as we do now. My family has lived in Huntington Park since moving here from Mexico. My family chose to move to Huntington Park because it was a community welcoming to all immigrants, allowing them to establish community. I'm doing everything I can to bring our community back to that place. Those of us who are immigrants or children of immigrants do not deserve to be harassed because of our status. We deserve respect, not only within our own communities, but throughout our country. I also want to speak out for the undocumented veterans from our country who have been deported. That is no way to treat people who have risked their lives for our country. Immigrant veterans deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. This will be the last call for the 2 individuals that called and didn't show. Jennifer Rofo. Last call for Jennifer Rofo.
It's the same thing, Jessica.
Naui.
It's the same one.
Naui.
Okay.
At this time, I will go ahead and close public comment and move on to staff response.
Yes, Madam Mayor, perhaps a couple of clarifications on some of the comments. The lady who commented on the crime rates in Huntington Park in comparison to the national rate, I invite her to provide those statistics to us so we can take a look at them and review them.
Right here.
And also there was comments about graffiti by a couple of speakers. The city does have a proactive graffiti abatement program, and it does have a app that can be downloaded that makes it very easy to report graffiti.
It's My HP app, right? My Huntington Park.
My Huntington Park app. And I believe that is all I have to offer.
Thank you. At this time, we move on to closed session. City Attorney.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. We have 2 items for this evening's closed session. Public employee employment, the Director of Finance, and also conference with legal counsel and anticipated litigation in one matter.
Thank you. At this time, we go to closed session.
Okay, so
I wish I had been able to show the shirt.
Look at all the empty seats in the front.
So, and in the back.
Look at all the empty seats in the back.
I wish that I had been able to show that shirt of DeAndre killed by that 2-time deportee. But I'm glad that you got the shirt. You are a man? Yeah, we understand. That's why you dress like that. That's fine. So, but we had one DeAndre along with 4 other Americans murdered by an illegal alien who had been previously deported. That's unfortunate, and they don't seem to care. But I'm not done yet. Give me a second.
Are you streaming?
Yes, I am. Excuse me. Let's go talk to the chief of police, who doesn't seem to have a regard for the rule of law. So, Mr. Lozamo, Why were you doing clerical work in the city clerk's office? You get a 6-figure salary, and you, instead of doing your job of honoring the rights of citizens, you decided to do a city clerk's job.
Officer, what law were you enforcing?
I don't see Sergeant Settles. I guess he ran away. So I have 2 posters, so let's make sure I don't lose them. And the other one's over there somewhere. Let me get my bag.
And Mr. Shopper, you were excellent.
I know.
Are you live streaming?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
That's fine. Just could you grab one end? I'm going to put everything in a bag here. Just grab it and open it for me. Thank you so much. I'll have to put on my cape later. Thank you. Where's Sergeant Settles? I don't see him anywhere. So tell me, what makes you so special? Look at them turn away. You should be ashamed. Vergüenza. All 3. Los tres. Vergüenza. Look at that. They can't even look me in the face. You are not special. You're just as corrupt as the daughter you shoved onto that dais. There you go, Settles. You won't have much of a retirement when I'm done with you. No, it's not all right. It isn't all right. You are wrong. You are out of line when you ruled me out of order. Look at me when I'm talking to you. And what were you doing? Why were you in a city clerk's office? No, you're standing right there, and so am I. Why were you in a city clerk's office doing the paperwork for a city clerk when you're paid nearly a 6-figure salary? You did call me out. You went to cause me, yes you did, that I was to be ruled out of order. I've got you on record for that. How do you sleep at night? You should be ashamed. No, you are ashamed of yourself. You work here in Huntington Park, and you haven't enough sense as the other police. I have seen such a turnaround in this city. You have no idea. Police come in and out because they see how corrupt this city is. I had a lot of faith in you, but I see that you're just as corrupt as Cosme. And you're not, you're just an officer to me. Don't lecture me about that sergeant crap.
We're going to clear this upstairs out.
This is shameful right here, along with Cosme.
Goodbye, Arthur.
No, I don't have to. We're not saying bye.
Goodbye.
There's no blessing for you. Already have. You'll be sued in a week. That's the government for you.
Is he a what, Commander?
He was supposedly a sergeant, but he's just as corrupt as the rest of them.
You can sue him.
This, I'm going to sue him too. I'm going to have him as well as Cosme.
You can only sue him. You can't sue an officer.
Great job.
Do you have a definition for capacity yet, Officer Martinez? Don't lecture me about lieutenant. You don't deserve that title. Staying together. Staying together. Rogue, I need you to grab your vest. Grab your vest. Your gray vest. Please, before I forget. Thank you.
What attitude? What attitude? You don't have to talk to me right now.
This man went off with F-bombs and he was cursing in front of little children, but then he lectures me about quoting Lyndon Baines Johnson. You stand with that? Yes or no? This man claims to be a father, but he curses at length in public and then lectures others. I'm staying with you. Excuse me. What is it? Yeah. Stay together. We're not wasting our time. I think we made our point. Her last name is Tomas, but it might be a set of numbers when she goes to jail for lying about a black woman supposedly assaulting her. I'm following our rule as best as I can. We can just go around because we deserve to walk in the sunlight. There's one poster that I'm missing. Matthew, go with me really quick.
Yeah. Where?
There's one more I'm missing.
What are you going to do?
I swear to God, you look just like Joe Pollock.
Who's Joe Pollock?
For Breitbart. Without the beard. What is your name?
My name is Guy.
Guy, okay. I guess I lost another poster today.
I can't go.
Oh well. Hi guys. We don't have to waste our time anymore. We already made our point. We're gonna go together. We're gonna go through the front. No. We're gonna go. Okay, we'll go this way. That's fine. We don't have to waste our time. We already won this fight. Matthew, make sure the rest of the team.
Jesse!
Dura.
Jesse!
Who else?